and then I
My
can
my
click on the live
profile.
stream.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I can save it.
Let me see. How do I do this?
Yeah, I don't have it anymore. It's gone.
Hang on. I don't know how to share this
It's
link.
okay. Maybe we can do it this time. It's okay. It's fine.
Or like
Maybe you can just tell me what they're typing and that stuff like that.
yeah, sure. Like I'll probably give you a little bit of feedback, but like I can send you like my Douyin ID, like, but I don't know whether that's gonna work out or not. But that's
Yeah,
fine.
I can type in the search bar without logging in, and I can't log in because now everything is blocked, so I cannot.
Oh,
So I
okay.
cannot really. I can only find
Probably-
you if you have like a link to your profile.
Like I actually don't have it right now. Like it just like I'm not really good at with computer and everything. But shit.
Wow. What are you, like a
I'm
Gen
like
X?
I don't know. Like I'm like I don't know, like a fucking caveman. Like I fucking suck at it. But yeah. Well, hi guys, hi. Well, today we're with Igor, and I guess you guys haven't seen us together for like a half a year, right? And it's
Yeah, we
really
broke
good
up.
to see you guys.
Now we're back.
Yeah, we are. 咱们可以点点赞、点关注、亮亮灯牌啦。这是一个，它是 The Many 下面有看到下面有链接在吗？就是有一个叫做知识共享的一个链接，然后他是知识共享上的一个老师，然后今天我们就是给大家一起展示一下，在这款软件上面，如果要学英语的话，你可以找到怎样的资源。I don't know. Well, anyways. Yeah. 有问题可以问。然后的话，今天就是一个 demonstration。然后 like, what's the topic gonna be for today? Igor.
I mean, today I'm kind of testing some things out. So first of all, guys, we could talk about IELTS a little bit, and we could talk about education.
Mhm.
So it's something that we haven't discussed, and since Kate, I don't know if I can reveal it to them, about the university. Yeah. Since you are getting into universities and stuff like that, so I thought that would be nice to discuss this one.
Yeah, we can talk about it, but like not necessarily like the name of the university, but like we can definitely talk about like where I'm going and like I'm going to like further my study and everything. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That's what I mean. Yeah, so I thought as well. I think a lot of you guys probably love studying, right? You're all huge fans. That's why you're here, right? You're here to study English, of course. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Is it all right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, yeah. So guys, if you remember me, that's really nice. That's really nice. It's really nice to see you all again. But if you don't, my name is Igor, okay? I'm a business English teacher, and I'm also an IELTS teacher. I do two things. Today we're going to talk about IELTS. Maybe next time we'll talk about business. But if you are interested, you can also follow me on the Many app. You can download it. You can find me right there in the community, and you can follow some of the content that I put out, especially if you don't have access to Instagram or to the international TikTok. This is where I usually post my videos. On Douyin, it's a little bit hard to do that. So guys, if you're interested in the content...
Hey, shit. Oh my fucking god, I cannot do this. Well, because I was trying to show you guys like this application on my phone, and like I only have like a one goddamn fucking account, right? Then it like just automatically like fucking locked out. I'm so sorry about this. Cannot. 家人们要等我再登一下了，因为我本来想给你们在我手机上看一下怎么操作这个界面，我想跟你们讲一下它怎么用这个东西，然后直接就登出了 ，like it just fucking automatically locked out. I'm sorry, just give me a sec. Let me. 能用电脑接入，我不太会怎么用电脑接入，因为之前都是我尝试过分屏，但是没有办法说把那个 pad 那个东西投在下面。然后我们可以跟我一起看一下这个界面啦。这就是我的账号，就是我在 The Many 里面的那个账号。然后这个是一个英语学习软件，然后上面有各种各样的老师。然后今天我是 book 了一个 session 和那个 Igor。然后等我们等那个课程结束，我们再来聊怎么搞这个东西。然后大家可以下载一下下面那个小风车链接，然后免费的。现在它出现了几个新的功能。Yeah, I'm sorry about this. I automatically logged out because I was trying to use my phone to demonstrate for a little bit. Igor?
Hello?
Yeah, like, but you're gone. Like, I cannot see your face.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I cannot like see your face.
You cannot see my face?
I cannot see your face. It's blank.
Okay.
这
Okay,
个
let's
现在有一个
swap to. Let's swap to WeChat. Can we do it?
what do you mean? Like a video call on WeChat?
It's okay. Yeah, like a video call, like we did it once before.
Oh,
This
okay.
one, the same thing happened, I think.
Okay, let me check.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. 家人们就是等一下，然后我再试一下。It's not gonna work out. 然后等等我们可以一起看一下这个界面，然后我先登一下微信，他打算那个微信上跟我打。真的在那关注了。然后的话，现在有一个办法是它是可以免费的，就是你每天就是签到打卡 ，right? You kind of like clock in every day, and you, 然后你可以发动态，也可以得那个 credits，就是有那个积分，然后你可以用积分来换那个课程。等一下，我扫一下，大家可以感受一下。对，右下角有那个链接。今天在那关注了，谢谢大家。谢谢70后。Thank you for sports car, appreciate it. Yeah, hang on, let's try this shit, okay? No, like I'm not doing a PK right now because I'm doing like this promotion thing, and because you guys always ask me like how you guys can actually improve your spoken English, and I think like this is actually one of the best apps. You guys can give it a shot since like well, it can be even for free. 有 PC 版吗？有 PC 版是。Let's see. Okay, so WeChat is not gonna work out. Is it good?
Okay, I can see myself. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. Hang on.
Can they see me?
I think they can see you. But is it good?
Okay.
There's echo here?
No, it's fine for me. How about you?
Shit. It's. I mean, like I don't know, like because like people are saying there's like echo there. It's okay.
Oh, maybe because I'm still running 2 of them.
Yeah, hang on.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Oh shit.
Okay.
What the heck?
Because I didn't stop the previous call, so maybe they could hear that one. But what about right now?
Yeah, I'm trying to adjust it for a little bit. Okay, I locked it up. Okay, that's good.
Are you doing it on your phone or are you doing it on the iPad?
I'm still doing this on my iPad. Like, if you guys have any questions, I'm so sorry about this. Like, yeah. Anyways, I think it's all good now.
Okay, yeah. Is it okay?
Yeah, it's all good. I think it's all set.
Okay, yeah. I was a little bit scared. Yeah. It just I stopped hearing you for a second, so I don't know what happened. If it's with my internet or something
Yeah,
happened to the app, I don't know.
Yeah. Anyways, I think we're all set. We're all good now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, guys. Can you hear us, right? If you can hear me, please type 1. Can you type 1? That would be really awesome.
如果大家能听到他说话的话，可以打个1 ，OK? So like, let's have a little bit of interaction, like type 1 in the comment section. Yeah, he's real. I'm real as well. We're both real. We're real human beings. Yeah.
I think that like nowadays, because there's so much AI, I think people don't know what's going on, right? Some people can be confused if it's real people or not, right?
Yeah, right. So like I'm probably going to like tell them about this like a new thing about this application. Just give me a sec. So basically,
yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Yeah, basically 就是我用中文说一下这款 app 现在有什么更新的地方。然后之前的话它是没有那什么积分打卡，然后可以换课程，这是没有的。但现在是你每天登录，然后有积分可以签到，然后可以用积分来支付那个和外教的那个课程的那个费用。就某种程度上你可以免费和外教交流沟通，但是你需要自己签到，然后你发帖的话也可以有积分，然后评论这些东西。然后的话，然后你上面会有现在有各种各样的外教会在上面发自己的更新自己的动态和视频，关于英语学习的一些知识或者口语学习的一些知识。然后你们可以在上面选择自己喜欢的外教，然后 book a session， 然后订那个课。然后的话，还有一个新增功能，之前是那些外教就是放出那个时间，放出那个 time slot， 然后你可以就是说根据他们的时间，现在你可以自己选择你有空的时间，然后给他们留言，然后在那个 chat box 和那个课程里面，课程可以是免费的，如果你有那个耐心每天去签到的话。然后还有就是有一个 redemption， 我们现在放出了50个名额， 然后就是说它有一个就是可以减50块钱的一个东西，它可以是免费，如果你有精神去打卡。发帖子没有啊？OK。然后的话，它就是有一个，到最后有一个主页上面，我等等给你们看吧，有一个 redemption code，然后你把那个 Thursday 放进去的话，有些是99，不同的老师价格是不一样的。但是如果你有那个耐心去每天签到积分的话，你也可以免费和他们外教有课程。Anyways，well that part is done。然后链接在下面，然后我也在上面，大家可以。然后有什么问题也可以给那些外教就评论区那些帖子下面留言都可以问。Anyways，let's get started.
Sure. Yeah. Okay, guys, let's dive straight into it after a few technical difficulties. So, we're going to talk about education. All right. So, as you know, Kate already took the IELTS test before, right? So, she has seen some of these questions. So, she has answered these questions before. So, I want to ask her some of them. And then I also want to engage you guys. So, in the chat, I will ask you to type 1, 2, 3, or you can type the words to answer some of my questions. Okay, guys? Let's do it, right? So, first of all, Kate, like, how would you describe yourself right now? Do you consider yourself someone who works or someone who is a student?
Well, I guess I would describe myself as someone who's like working right now, but also like a student to be, because I'm about to go to Sweden to start like my study. I think so. I'm kind of like both. That's what I was saying.
Okay, that's
about
right. You're
like
kind of
my-
in between, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah, that's right. So there we go. You already finished some of your studies, right? But you're planning to continue. And the
True.
thing that you want to continue to do, is it what is it? Is it a master's degree or is it a PhD?
It's actually like a medicine, like a master of medicine. So it's a MED, like a medicine.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Quite interesting, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, very good. Yes. So Kate provided a really good answer to this question. She answered with a lot of nuance, yeah, and it sounded amazing in terms of fluency, vocabulary, and everything else. But guys, I also want to ask you, can you tell me in the chat, do you work or are you students, or maybe both? So here, you can type 1 if you are a student, 2 if you work, and 3 if you do both things. Can you do this in the chat, guys?
就是现在一个问了问题，这是一个非常经典的雅思 Part 1的一个问题。他说你们现在是 like are you like working right now? Are you a student right now? Or you're kind of like both? 然后大家可以把自己的答案用英语打在那个评论区下方，也可以就是简短的回答一下 ，cause like we want to have a little bit like interaction with you guys. Feel free to join us in a way.
That's right. If you don't want to type numbers, that's perfectly fine. You can just type the word itself. You can also practice your spelling. So you can type student, working, or both. Up to you guys. Yeah.
Thanks for text. 有问题可以问哦，有问题可以问。Yeah, like people are saying like mostly there are people saying A, like they're like working right now.
All right, so you told them A is working, right?
I think they're just like automatically saying, because you're saying like working first, then like a student, then like kind of like both, then like most people are just like seeing like the very first option as A, but like most people are choosing A.
Okay, yeah, because I said student first, you know? I said student.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think...
So, okay, guys, just type it. So you can type the word itself, all right? It will be easier for me to understand.
大家可以把就是现在是一个在工作的状态 ，for example, you're currently working, or like you're currently still a student. Feel free to type out your answer in the comment section, OK? 买了课怎么进去？哈？
Oh.
Freelancing, people say
WeChat is telling me that your connection is unstable. So I guess it's your internet.
Well, it can be mine.
Are you still in the department that you were before, or did you already change it?
No, like I moved to this apartment since like last July, and I'm still in this apartment. I had to sign a contract for like 2 years, but I think I'm leaving like this August because of like the study thing.
Oh, so you only have 2 months left here, right?
Yeah, true. 2 months in Shanghai.
Okay, yeah. So what are they saying? Students or working?
I think most people are saying working. Somebody are saying like a freelancing, but still like, which means like they're working currently.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. You know, it means that next time we can talk about business, and you guys, maybe it will be more interesting for you. But today we're gonna talk about education. I hope you don't mind. So, all right, I understand. Yeah. Okay, guys, let's move on to the next question. I also want to engage you in some other ways as well. So I want to ask you, Kate, can you tell me what was your favorite subject in school or in university?
My first subject in school. That's
Or university?
okay, but anyways, I would actually say biology. I don't know why, but I think like living creatures are always like amazing, and like the mechanism is always like fascinating for me. And I remember when I was like studying biology, there were a lot of like experiments I could possibly do, and that was like a really fun, and in a way I would call myself like a woman of science. So I would say biology is my favorite.
Okay, yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, that's a really nice answer. Yeah, great explanations. How about you guys? What were your favorite subjects in school? You can tell me whether it's math, languages, science. Try to type it out so that you can practice your spelling over here. I'm not going to give you any numbers because there are so many subjects that you can choose from. So please type in the comments, in the chat, what your favorite subject is or was.
Oh, okay. So basically, Ego was asking about your favorite subject when you guys were a student, or even right now, if you guys are student, what's your favorite subject? 现在最喜欢的科目是什么？ Well, people are saying biology, chemistry, Chinese, English, well, Indian as well. Like I just explained why biology for me, but like for you guys, doesn't have to be biology, can be anything. History. Yeah.
I mean, there's so many things, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Mine, I think that for me in school, of course, it was English. And the second one would be probably math. Even though I didn't like advanced math in college, even though I studied finance.
Yeah.
But it was so hard to understand that, I was really tuned out and then my professor was not that great. Yeah. So so after you finished, studying high school, did you even have any ideas about maybe pursuing biology and like medicine, medical studies in university?
Not at all, not at all. But I think I studied a little bit like chemistry as like elective courses. But like that elective course is a little bit about chemistry, but a little bit like about makeups as well, because like girls want to like make themselves look like a little bit like prettier or whatever. But I've always kind of like interested in like I've been always interested in this biology thing. So I would kind of like read like those like publications about like health and about biology as well, but not really in a super academic way, but as for fun, like yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean that's perfectly understandable. So now you're going to get a master's of medicine?
No, it's actually like about like it's called like public health, like global health, but it's like a degree of like medicine, like master of medicine. Yeah.
But why did you decide to choose that?
Well, because I want to try something different. Because I've always been studying like like education, master of arts or whatever. Like I think master of arts has like huge difference, but was like a master of science or whatever. And I just want to try something new. And like I said, I've always been interested in like biology and everything. I think this could be a really good chance for me to continue my dream where I stopped like a long time ago.
But yes, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, since you said that you loved biology so much, it's kind of going back to your roots. Yeah. Okay, very nice, guys. So thank you for telling me about your subjects. I can't see them today. All right, but next time we do this live stream, I'm definitely going to be able to see your comments. But thank you, Kate, for reading it out for me.
Okay.
So I also want to ask you, like, did you enjoy your school days? Did you even like school back when you were studying there?
Well, I didn't know how to answer this question because there was a time I really hated school. There was a time I really loved school. I really enjoyed like my middle school time because I really had good friends there, and the academic stress was like not that much for me. But when it entered like high school, whatever, like all of a sudden, like everything got like harder and harder, and which was very difficult for me. And I was under a lot of like like a pressure, and I had to like focus on my like academic performances as well, which was pretty boring, and everybody seemed to be like studying a lot in a way, especially when it comes to like the exam time. But yeah. So basically that was it.
Okay, yeah, okay, I understand. So middle school, mostly because of the social interactions, right?
Yeah.
Because of your friends, but then pressure caught up, so you were hot and cold about it, right?
True.
Yeah. Okay, got it. Yeah. How about you guys? Can you tell me in the chat, did you enjoy your school days? You can tell me yes, no, or you can tell me it was okay, which means kind of in the middle, not yes, not no. Can you tell me guys about this in the chat?
大家会比较喜欢自己的那个学校生活吗？就是会喜欢还是不喜欢 ？Like people saying yes，可以把自己的那个答案分享在评论区下方，like I'll read it out to you. But like people saying no, like one yes, one no for now. Crazy. We have like 950 people watching, but like only like a few people are actually answering our questions. Okay, another person saying no. Another person saying no. Another person saying yes. So it's kind of like half. It's kind of like a half, I would say.
I mean, I think it's normal. I think a lot of students are kind of like that. Some people enjoy it, some people don't. For me personally, I think it was an enjoyable experience, but for some of my classmates, maybe not so much. I guess it depends on your position in the classroom as well, and like how easy it is for you to study. For me, it was not that hard to actually study, and I didn't really spend that much time focusing on all of this because I didn't really require any tutors, any extracurricular, classes as well. So for me, it was fine. Yeah, but for some people, maybe it's like there are different dynamics, bullying and stuff.
True. Well, yeah. I think
Have you experienced bullying in school?
I used to be a bully myself.
Oh.
Well, I'm sorry. But only when I was in primary school. But later I got better. Like, when I was learning, I learned how to behave myself. I was just like still learning. I was like pretty much like a very rebellious person when I was in primary school because I was like studying in a small town, I would say. Then like I feel like my parents are kind of like like powerful in a way in that goddamn fucking town, and I felt like so good about myself. Then I was like, I could do whatever. Well, hey, Catherine. So I was like kind of like bullying like some certain girl because I didn't really like her appearance or whatever. But I was like such a bad person when I was in primary school. Even in kindergarten as well. Anyways，加入那个点赞、关注，然后下面有那个小风车链接，大家可以点一下那个链接，然后可以下载一下这款软件。But anyways, yeah, that was me. I just gotta be honest about it.
Yeah, but it's a small town, right? I guess by Chinese measures, right?
Yeah,
Chinese metrics.
Yeah, well, was in a small town. Yeah.
So what is a small town, in China? Is it like 100,000 people, 500,000 people?
Well, I have no fucking idea. I don't know. I don't know the definition of like a small town in China. I have no idea.
All right, yeah, that's fine. Okay, yeah. I heard the name Catherine. Catherine, is this you? We haven't seen you for so long. I haven't seen you for so long.
Yeah. So you remember Catherine?
Yeah, of course, yeah. So, all right, guys. Thank you for your answers. Yeah, some of you liked it, some of you didn't. Of course, it's understandable. Well, let's move on to something else then, right? Well, you told me about your school days, but I also want to ask you, did you like your college teachers? Did you like your professors at college?
Well, I think some of them were really cool. Some of them were like literally like below average or like let's say mediocre. They were terrible. I still remember there was a professor. Well, he was such a scumbag, I would say. Basically, like his course was so boring, and he would still like ask every student to pay attention to his class. I'm sorry, like I'm a college student and you were giving a very boring lecture. What would you expect me to do? And he was trying to give me a hard time. He was like, hey, Kate, like seems like you're not really enjoying this course. So how about like you just get out of the classroom? He was like kind of like targeting at me in a way. Then I was like, I paid for it. I am not going anywhere. I'm just gonna say. Then because like I study education for my bachelor, so he was like, so what do you think about a teacher what kind of qualities does a teacher need to have to be a qualified one. And then I was like, so like nobody was
Not
like
like you.
really. And then I was like, I hand up. I was like, I think like a teacher needs to know how to respect a student, especially like on a case in a situation like today. Instead of like asking me get out of the classroom, like probably there's something better. Like there are better solutions that a teacher could possibly do instead of like embarrass a student in front of like other people. So I was like really giving him a hard time as well, and he was, and like later I was like become like really popular. Like all the students was trying to like add my WeChat or whatever, or like follow me like on Facebook or whatever. But that was actually it was a little bit crazy. But like that dude was like actually, he was a scumbag.
Wow.
But there were like also
Yeah.
really good professors.
I mean, yeah, I see, of course. I guess it depends on the person, right? It depends on the professor. For me, I guess it was a similar situation. But I will tell you about this later. Guys, can you tell me in the chat while you're all typing? I will explain how it happened with me. So, did you like your college teachers, guys? Can you tell me? You can tell me very much. It means a lot, right? You can tell me they were okay. Then it means some of them were fine, some of them were not. And then you can also tell me not really, and it means that you didn't really like them. So can you tell me in the comments? You can choose very much. You can say it's okay. You can say not really.
大家可以把那个自己喜不喜欢大学里面的教授啊，Hey David Hi，打在那个评论区下方，然后有什么问题都可以，就是有什么答案都可以打在评论区下方，我会读给 Igor 听的。Like people think they were okay. Any other answers? By the way, Catherine said like she misses you too.
Oh, it's so sweet.
Yes, as always.
Yeah.
Like most people are saying okay, they're like like just average, like they were okay, like
Average.
yeah, like basically everybody's like saying they're okay, just like acceptable.
Okay. That's right. I mean, it tracks. I think everyone has similar experiences. For me, when I studied in college, it was pretty much the same thing. There were some that were pretty good. They were really engaging, really interesting to listen to. And some of them were just like, there was one who was, she is the reason why I hate advanced math so much, because she taught us for 3 years, about advanced math and like calculus and everything. And she was so horrible. I hated studying under her. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
She's like the nastiest woman. So like middle-age crisis woman,
Yeah, right. Understand. Like there are people saying like mostly like satisfactory. There are people saying that, and there are people like they don't really leave an impression at all, like something like that. But yeah.
That's right. Okay, yes, it tracks, guys. Very good. Well, let's talk about something else, right? We're still talking about learning, but I also want to ask you, Kate, about learning a language. Yeah. So, was learning a second language difficult for you, or was it something that was pretty easy, pretty accessible for you?
Well, I mean, pretty much depends on which second language we're talking about right now, because basically for me, like English was my second language. But like everybody's like literally saying like English is kind of like an easy language for people to acquire, to learn. So I don't know whether I get a say in this or not, but if like we're talking about learning English as a second language, I think generally speaking, it's not too difficult for me, because I think in a way, more or less, I'm a little bit like gifted in this English acquisition. Yeah, like because I picked it up when I was in kindergarten, like I was pretty lucky. When I was in kindergarten, there was like a English teacher, and she was like teaching me like letters and alphabet or like already. So it was like not too difficult for me personally speaking, and I encountered a lot of like good teachers.
You started learning so early. That's amazing. Yeah.
But not really in a systematic.
I started learning. Yeah, I started learning when it was when I was in second grade. Yeah. But that's right, but you started in kindergarten.
But it's different because like I think your grandma is an English teacher, right? But more or less, even when you were really young, even before you started kindergarten, like your grandma would probably like already like talking to you in English already. I don't know.
I mean, that's true. Yeah, that's true. She started by like teaching me through games, like
Yeah.
I learned so many animals. I still remember to this day when I was like 7 years old, she would bring some games to me and I would learn vocabulary through all of these games. It was pretty amazing. Yeah. That I still remember it to this day. Okay, yeah. So, guys, I want to ask you as well in the comments. Maybe I'm not going to ask you if it's hard or not hard for you, but can you tell me what is your second language? Is it English or is it something else? Maybe you learned a different language in school as your second language, maybe, I don't know, Spanish or some other language. Can you tell me in the comments? Can you tell me in the chat?
大家可以点一下下面的那个链接，然后这个是 The Manila App，然后一个就是这上面的老师，上面有很多的帅哥美女，大家可以自己选择自己喜欢哪个。然后现在有了那个评论区，大家可以通过那个动态，老师发的一些发音啊，一些教学的技巧，英语学习的技巧，大家可以在上面看看自己喜欢哪个老师。然后现在有一个新的功能，就是说你打卡的话，它可以用积分，积分可以抵扣学费。如果你打卡打够足够的时间的话，你可以免费上课，就是不用花钱。然后下面那个链接可以点一下，然后现在 Ego 问的问题是大家的二外是什么？大家的二外是英语吗？是日语吗？是德语吗？是西班牙语吗？ What did you guys learn for like a second language? 把答案写在评论区就可以了。Well, people are asking you, what's your second language?
English is my second language because my first language is Russian. I'm originally from Russia.
他的二外是英语，他是俄罗斯人 ，he's Russian. There are people saying French, Japanese, English.
I know that there is such a huge diversity of languages in China that I think that for some people, even like Mandarin Chinese could be a second language, right? Like they have the local dialect, right? I don't know, like people can learn Cantonese and then they can learn Chinese, right? Mandarin Chinese. Does this exist as well?
I think most people, well, probably for like the older generation, this could be the case. But for the new generation, I would say like Mandarin is their like first language. For most people, like I would say like over 95% of people, like but like there was like a very special occasion that is like a Cantonese. I think Cantonese could be like people from Guangdong province. This could be their like first language because Cantonese is such a special dialect in China. It's very popular and it has like such a great influence on people. But yeah.
But yeah, I think that the dialects in Chinese they're so vastly different from like the videos that I've seen on the internet and everything. That in many cases, if people speak two different dialects of Chinese, they cannot really understand each other, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but there is Mandarin, which is kind of a unifying language, right? Everybody can speak it, or most people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, guys, thanks for sharing. Yeah, that's really amazing that you learned so many different languages in school. But of course, here we are trying to improve our English, right? English is just a skill. So it is a skill that you can acquire, that you can build up over time. And if you're interested in IELTS English, or if you're interested in business English, you can follow me, all right? You can go to the Mini app. You can follow me over there. I post on the community there as well. So if you're interested in learning about business terms, if you're interested in learning about IELTS strategies, if you want to take this exam and test your English, you can take a look at my content there. I share a lot of useful tips there.
大家可以关注一下 Ego 的那个抖音账号，因为它上面会发很多东西，也可以就是在 The Many 上关注 Ego， 然后他也会在那个 The Many 上发一些他觉得有用的英文。Like there are people saying like why you can't believe this guy is Russian because he speaks such good English. Oh, he doesn't.
Like I told you guys, it's a skill. It's a skill. You see, Kate can speak like a native speaker as well.
No, but
and
like,
this is her second language too.
But yeah. But like I actually like your hairstyle today. I haven't seen you for so long, but I think like this looks so good on you. Or probably it's just because like you've been like going to gym and like generally speaking you're like in a really good shape.
I mean, yeah, it's much better. Yeah. I haven't lost a lot of weight, but I actually gained some muscle. Yeah. So nice. I used to be 84 kilograms a year ago. Now I'm 82, but it's like 5% less body fat and maybe like 2 kilograms more muscle.
Big congratulations.
Yeah. How about you? How is it going for you?
Me? Well, I think I've always kind of like been the same thing because I don't really go to gym, so.
But yeah, you told me your diet is everything, right?
Well, kind of.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay, guys, so let's continue, right? Another question that I want to ask you is about technology and education. So, Kate, I want to ask you, nowadays, what kind of technology do you use for studying? Do you use like artificial intelligence or some apps or anything else?
Yeah, I would say like websites, applications, artificial intelligence, because like basically these days, like literally, like you can get yourself educated literally everywhere, especially like, through internet. I think that's the most amazing thing. Well, you can just like ask like a ChatGPT. That's like artificial intelligence we're talking about. Like you're gonna get answers at any sec. But the thing is like you have to make like decisive decisions when like the AI is providing you with so much information, but it's already like much better than before. If you are googling something on Google and there are like a lot of like different like resources, but like most of the time like those resources are not really that like reliable, but somehow like I would say like AI is doing much better than those like websites, which like I'm pretty happy about it. But still, like you have to like know something, so like you're actually like learning the right thing. And other than that, like I would say there are some like academic websites as well. Like for example, like a MOOC. There are a lot of like great universities. For example, you couldn't really be admitted by like Harvard or like Stanford, but there are like lecturers who are providing those courses online, and you can just like learn this stuff like by yourself, which is like a really great thing for us, for like normal people. Yeah, I would say.
That's true, yeah. I visited some websites like this as well. I think Harvard provides one. I think MIT has some
Yeah.
courses like that as
Sure.
well.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like they have a lot of free courses or some inexpensive courses. But for me, I'm not exactly interested in them because they're very like niche, very specific courses.
Yeah.
So there are some, they usually have these things that I'm not really interested in. Not a lot of general stuff, not something like related to economics or anything like that. Yeah. But it's a good resource. It's a good resource. Yeah, guys, can you tell me as well? Can you tell me in the chat what technology do you use for studying? You can just type it out. You can type AI. Maybe this is apps. Maybe this is websites. Or maybe you use nothing. Then you can type nothing. Can you tell me in the chat?
大家现在会用什么科技的方式来辅助大家学习吗？Like people say Netflix, AI, Kimi, HBO. Ah, okay, HBO. Like applications and everything. AI, nothing. TikTok, Netflix, and HBO Max. Okay. AI, movies, training apps, online, AMC, AI, DeepSeek. Doubao, like yeah, like well, like we're talking about like technology, so like books didn't really.
I mean, it's okay. Yes, I also listed nothing. So maybe books is something. Maybe ebooks, right? Ebooks. Yeah. Okay, guys. Yeah, a lot of options. We have so many options nowadays. Yeah, the internet has allowed us to study basically anything that we want. So, and AI made it even easier to search for everything.
True.
Of course, you need to use it with caution, right? You need to be careful because some of the information might be a little outdated. Sometimes AI is going to say yes a little too much to you. So you really need to be careful.
There's like a Chinese like AI artificial intelligence. It's called like Doubao, and this fucking bitch lies to people all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not like super reliable. Like it lies. Doubao fucking lies all the time. Like sometimes like it would like change her answer depending on your response, which is like a very very disappointing.
But for me, I also experienced this with Western options too. You know, when I use ChatGPT, and right now I use three things. I use ChatGPT, Gemini, and also Claude. The Claude is like the new trend and stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they often just they have confirmation bias. So basically, like whatever you say, they will say yes to it in many cases, unless you specifically, implicitly, like explicitly tell them that please don't be a yes man. You know, just tell me how it is. Be honest with me, because they're still not really like, I wouldn't call them like intelligent agents. It's just language models, you know, LLMs. So they just interpret the language and they just try to find facts that are going to confirm what you're thinking. So that's really, I think it's a little dangerous because there are so many opportunities for spreading fake information there.
True, true, true. I'm actually a little bit curious.
Yeah,
Are you still in Thailand? Like, why are you wearing so much? You're wearing a
just to
jacket.
look better.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
Yeah. But actually, yeah, because the AC is blowing on me. I have an AC right here on
Oh,
this
okay. So
wall.
you're still in
So,
Thailand, still in
yeah,
Bangkok.
yeah.
Okay. I just noticed like
But
you're wearing.
inside, yeah. It's not that hot inside.
Okay.
Yeah. How is the weather right now
In
where you
Shanghai.
live?
Well, it's
Yeah.
actually like not that hot as well. It's actually totally acceptable. Like I think I can go to bed without AC, but like for now when I'm streaming, I'm like turning on the AC because like the camera might be like overheating for a little bit. So it might just go on a strike if I don't really turn on the AC. But normally when I go to bed, I don't have to turn on the AC. So like the weather's like totally acceptable. It's not too hot.
I mean, it's a little hard to function here because the weather outside is usually about 35, especially nowadays, you know. Now it's the rainy season, so it rains pretty much every day. And there are like storms, and it looks, sometimes I sit here in my room and I have like a window right here, you know, and I look out it and it's like completely dark sometimes, looks a little scary.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
With the temperature here, it's impossible. All year, there is no way that you can just go without an AC. Some people do it with fans, but it doesn't work for me.
Yeah, and Catherine
Yeah.
is like saying like don't consume information blindly, validate it first, which I totally agree.
Of course, yes. You need to double check everything.
Yeah.
That's why I use 3 different language models, you know, large language models, because this way you can verify, you can double check. Sometimes even with IELTS, you know, when I teach IELTS, I have to double check some information about like the structure of the test, like some things that examiners pay attention to. And then I ask Gemini one thing, and then I ask ChatGPT the same thing and ask it to kind of cross-reference different things. Yes. And then they give me 2 different answers. So then I have to like go on official websites and verify everything. Such a long process sometimes when they lie.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So weird. Okay, guys, thanks for your answers. Yes, that's really awesome. We use technology a lot nowadays. And I guess one more thing that I want to ask you from the simple questions is, would you like to study abroad, Kate?
I think
How are
I'm
you feeling
doing.
about studying abroad?
I think I'm doing this already, like right now, actually. Well, in a way, I think studying abroad would just kind of like enrich your I don't know, enrich yourself in a way, like the things you would see, you would feel, and the people you're going to interact with. It's kind of like a whole new world to you. And of course, at the very beginning, you might feel a little like like uncomfortable because like this is kind of like out of your comfort zone, right? But later you would be like life is all about like, experiencing new stuff, like seeing more of the world. So yeah, I would definitely encourage most people to study abroad, like even go to like different countries to study, like see which country is your favorite. I'm not saying like of course I'm not really advising you guys to go to like those countries like India. I'm sorry for saying that, but because like some countries are literally like a fucking shithole, like nobody wants to go. But I would encourage you guys to go somewhere nice and to experience like different cultures and everything. So yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Of course, it depends on the country and depends on the purpose as well.
Yeah. Right.
But I think it's a really good opportunity because you're going to mix with new people.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll discover some new cultures as well. You'll have new friends from all around the world. Maybe you'll find some new opportunities as well.
True.
Because yeah, it's pretty useful. Yeah. So you guys, how about you guys? Can you tell me in the chat, would you like to study abroad? Can you tell me yes, no, or maybe? Maybe you don't know yet, right? But you still don't think that this is a bad situation, right? This is a bad opportunity. So can you tell me yes, no, or maybe?
大家如果有机会的话，会想要去国外读书吗？知识共享是一款软件，然后Ego就是它上面的一个老师，然后这就是你在上面，它也可以选择它，然后有上课，然后它是教雅思的，也是教那个经济学的，因为它本身就学的是经济学，大家可以就是点击一下下面那款链接。 可以试一下，下载一下，然后感受一下。然后现在的话，如果每天打卡的话，有可能就是通过那个打卡的积分，可以免费兑换一节和外教的课程。他是俄罗斯人。大家有想法吗？是会想要去国外读书吗？会想要去国外读书吗？没有，他有可能是他不是我男朋友。He's not my boyfriend. No, he's not. I think. No, he's
It's
not.
the same questions
All the
as
time.
before.
Yeah. Is he your boyfriend? No, I'm sorry. He's not.
I'm Thai.
You're Thai? He's Russian. But well, there are people saying like
I'm tired.
you're tired. You're tired of these questions. But like there are people saying like they would love to send their kids abroad to study.
Huh. I mean, yeah. If there is an opportunity, if there is a chance, I think that for you guys, of course, it depends on your age. It depends on where you are in life right now. But just if you have an opportunity like this, if you're still maybe pretty young as well, then I think it's not a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's an exchange program, sometimes you study in college and there are always some opportunities to study abroad. If it's a good one, I think that you should hop on it.
Yeah, right. I would say so.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for sharing. And now I also want to ask you slightly deeper questions just about education in general. And I also want to hear your guys' opinion in the chat. So you can share it right away, or I will ask you about it a little bit later after Kate answers the question. So, like you're pursuing a lot of different degrees, right? But I also want to ask you, do you think university degrees are still necessary for success?
No, not really. No. Well, I would never say like a degree is a necessity like these days. Because we know like there are so many like rich people. They just need to like hire those people with degrees to work for them. As long as they know what to do. And the thing is like nowadays, it's like the money that talks instead of like the degree that talks. In a lot of things, like when you're talking about like I got admitted into Harvard, that's because like you got into the school, you got to meet like so many great people who are smart, who know stuff. It's not really about like having this degree. This is actually about like what kind of resources you can actually like access to. And if you can access to those resources already, like having a degree or not, like it doesn't matter at all. If you can learn things by yourself, like online, if like this is quite reliable and you can even do better with those people with degrees. So I wouldn't really say like having a degree is like very much necessary these days.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I see. A lot of people are talking about this nowadays. A lot of people talk about like entrepreneurship skills, and maybe you can figure it out even if you only have a high school diploma.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's still kind of valuable, right? But I want to ask you guys in the chat, what do you think, guys? If you want to get a job, what do you think is more important? A degree or skills? What do you think the employers look at the most? Degree or skills? You can type it right there. You can type degree or you can type skills.
大家觉得说，如果你作为一个雇员，这叫什么？就招聘的那个人，就是你是招聘别人的那个人，你会觉得说，就是学历更重要，还是本领更重要？就是他有什么本事比较重要，还是说他在哪个学校毕业会比较更准？There are people saying like degree skills, both skills. Yeah, it could be an HR. If you're hiring somebody, like what matters more to you? Combine.
Yeah. Like what do you think?
Skills. If I have to pick one, I would say skills. At the end of the day, if you like, there are people, like having this goddamn fucking degree, but they didn't really learn much, but they're having this, they just like pass exams and they finally somehow manage to get the degree, but doesn't mean they're qualified for this job position. But if you actually got the skills, I mean, it's always like the skill at the end of the day that actually talk.
That's true. I mean, of course, like it would be nice to have a combination of both.
Yeah, definitely.
Because, like you said, I think that's a degree for a lot of employers. It's just the proof that you are able to stay in a place for 4 years and you can stay consistent and you can get good grades. I think that this is what they kind of use it for. They just want kind of proof that you're able to be consistent and dedicated to something. But skills, I still believe they do value skills more, especially in technical professions, I believe. But we'll see what's going to happen with AI. There is this thing that is called degree inflation as well. So this is what a lot of people are talking about nowadays. Yeah, degree inflation. It means that everybody has degrees nowadays, so it doesn't really feel like a competitive advantage for you. So everybody has them now. So you can only stand out by having something extra. You need to have extra skills, extra personality qualities. I think that a lot of soft skills have become more valuable over time, especially because of AI. So that's one thing, yeah. That's what I think.
I agree.
Okay, yeah. So guys, we see that there is like kind of a split. A lot of you said skills, right? But some of you still think that the degree is important. Well, that's great, yeah. So since we're talking about these skills, I also want to ask you about your take on the education system a little bit. So Kate, I want to ask you, do you think schools should focus more on theory or on practical skills? Or do you think it should be a mix of both in a certain proportion?
Well, I would actually say no, like actually, like for me, if I am like the principal of this goddamn fucking university or like this school, I would say or I would like divide students into different types. For example, there are like students who are more into like theory stuff, right? And for those students, I would go like allow them to go like 80% like theories and 20% like like practical stuff. But if like there are people who are just more like down to earth, they are like here to learn to get a secure job, then I would say like they should like learn a little bit. They don't have to learn the series, how this thing actually work out and find out everything about it. But instead they know how to operate this machine and they know how to deal with it like when something happens. So I would say some students, I would say like the proportion really depends. That's why like we say like we should really focus on individualism instead of like collectivism. Because if like a student could get like a teacher who could like design like like one-on-one courses for them, and well, I would definitely say just depends on their like a real situation. Like there's like no certain proportion. I would like say like it's like a best for like all the students, because education is it's like not like a one for all stuff.
I mean, yes, it should be more individualized, right? More personalized. That's true. It's a little bit hard when there are so many students in schools. So that's why they create all of these universal curriculums. Yeah, curricula. So, yeah, it's a little bit hard to figure out. I guess there are some schools that can afford that, right? Maybe they can figure out programs for gifted students, right? They can figure out like which student is more inclined to be more into research and which one is more into practical hands-on skills. But this one is pretty hard to figure out, I think. Yeah, for like the majority of schools. So guys, can you tell me in the chat as well? What do you think? What should schools focus on more? Theory or practice? So guys, you can type theory, right? Or practice.
大家觉得说作为一个学校来说，我们更应该注重是理论上的学习，还是说实践上的学习？大家可以把自己的答案打在评论区下方。点赞、赞关注啊，然后大家可以下载一下下面那个软件。然后上面的话，其实不只说你是换积分找老师，它上面很多老师会发一些自己觉得实用的一些英语学习的内容，大家也可以有一个比较可靠的一个 resources 来学习，可以把它当成抖音来刷，当成一个英语学习的软件来刷。然后的话，like most people are saying like practice matters more. Like everybody is like literally saying practice. Everybody. Everybody. I'm surprised.
Oh yeah, maybe there's a little too much focus in schools on theory. Yeah. So introducing more practice, I understand. Yeah, because there is so much of our schooling is kind of focused on memorization. So I think practical lessons, they were the most fun for me. Even when I studied physics in middle school.
Yeah.
Those were the most fun lessons, and those were the ones that I still remember to this day, and I remember the concepts behind them. So I think that integrating theory and practice is the most important thing, but you need to have really qualified, really engaged teachers who are going to be interested in developing these kinds of things, and schools that will allow them to do it as well. Yeah.
And like
All right, guys.
all of a sudden, like people are saying like serious as well because they say like when you're like entering like the society, when you start to work, like there are like gonna be like very few opportunities for you to like study like serious in a way. But I mean, not necessarily. But these days, like if you want to learn serious, you can still learn. Even if you're working, you can still be studying serious. I mean, but in a way, it's true.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, yeah. And the final question I want to ask you, and it's about passion or money. So when you choose your education, right? When you choose the college that you want to go to, when you choose the program that you want to start attending, do you think people should focus more on what they're passionate about, or do you think they should focus more on what will make them more money?
Actually, I would say what you're passionate about. Because like especially when you are like super passionate about something, it's very likely you're gonna learn this thing like really really well. If you can learn something really really well, that means you can do this thing really really well. If you can do something really really well, it's very likely it's gonna lead to great money. Even though it doesn't really lead you to great money, you enjoy doing it anyways. But here's the thing: if like sometimes you think like you're gonna make great money because you're studying this program, somehow like the time is changing all the time, like the technology is developing. You never know whether you're gonna be able to make money whether when you graduate. And at the end of the day, it could be like, well, you hope to make money, but you're not making money, and you're learning something you're really hating. So I would always say follow your passion.
I mean, that's a really good point. And I think that we can see it right now. The example of it, AI, right? AI is replacing a lot of software engineers and people who went into programming. It was so popular for people to go into coding and start learning all of this, even if they hated this, but there was a lot of money in this industry. But nowadays, AI is replacing a lot of entry-level jobs there.
True.
So these people who just graduated from these programs, they can't even find any decent work. So they have to pivot. They have to do something else instead of what they studied.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So guys, this is the last question I want to ask you in this chat. Can you tell me, what do you think is more important when you choose what to study in college? Do you think it's passion or do you think it's money? Can you type it in the chat?
大家觉得说，热情在选一个学习的科目、一个专业的时候，你觉得是热情更重要，like passion 更重要，enthusiasm 更重要，还是说大家觉得说钱更重要？你是根据导向性的，就钱来导向来学，还是因为热情来学一个专业？People are saying money, money, passion. Well, money. Well, okay, money matters a lot. I see. Money. Passion. Okay, passion. Okay. Passion. Okay. Passion. Money. Okay. I guess like still
I guess
kind of
you've managed to convince them.
Well, I'm glad I convinced them for a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course. We gotta find balance, right? Because some people might be passionate about, I don't know, underwater basket weaving, but it's not gonna make you any money.
Yeah, right.
Because it's so rare. Even if you're like the most professional weaver,
True.
I think that it's really hard to sell something like this. So you still gotta kind of understand what's going on in society, but still, yeah. I think it's important to follow your passion. But passions sometimes change. Sometimes you're interested in one thing and then you change it to something else in the future. So I guess it's kind of a path that you have to discover on your own. Yeah. Well, thank you guys for sharing, right? As usual, right? You can find me on the Mani app. You can download it. You can see me there. I post there in the community every single week. So you can find me posting about business, posting about IELTS, whatever you're interested in. You can also book a session with me over there. But the most important thing is that you just go and interact with me. Maybe you can leave a comment and so on. And you can also suggest, your own time when you want to book a session with me. So it is all up to you guys. If you're interested in that, if you're interested in the content that I make, you can follow me there. I have more than 400,000 followers on Instagram watching my content, so maybe you will be interested as well.
同学们，大家也可以关注 A Go 的那个 Instagram， 然后它上面有40K 的粉丝，然后大家如果有需要的话，也可以在那个 The Many 这个 app 上给 Ego 发私信，然后也可以就是跟你一起练习。然后下面那个软件，Thanks Igor, thank you so much for joining us, appreciate it, thank you.
No problem. See you later, guys.
See you around.
Bye
Bye bye, thank you.
bye. Bye bye.
Bye. 然后的话，我讲一下那个，就上面那个邀请码没有的话，其实没有什么太大的问题。Like it's okay if you don't have IG, you have this application. 你有这款软件了，Ego 也会在上面发东西。然后新功能的话，就比如说你打卡可以获得那个积分，然后那个积分就可以直接就是用来上课，你就不用花钱。但是需要一定的毅力，但是语言学习本身就是需要毅力的一个东西。然后还有一个，它新出了一个功能的话，就是你有看到那个，就是有很多那种打卡内容，有一个news field，right，只是一个你刷动态的一个地方，然后你可以看看哪个老师感兴趣，然后你可以点进他的主页，然后点那个 message 发信息那个点。然后大家都可以就直接给他发信息，如果说你有什么课程想要跟他定的一个什么时间都是可以的。那我们今天就先到此为止，大家可以点击下面那个链接进行下载，也可以关注一下 Ego，OK， 我也在上面，有问题也可以提问了。那我们这个环节就到这里，然后我换件衣服马上回来，谢谢大家 ，Thank you so much。没有，就是每周4都会有。然后那个我说一下，有一个地方叫做 redemption code， 就是有一个兑换码，然后你把那个 Thursday 周4输入进去的话，你就可以抢到名额，可以减50块钱了。我看一下，因为我刚刚本来想在这个软件上给你们看的，就是看见那个没有？就是点一下那个 app， 点到我的消费金余额口令兑换里面输入口令那个 Thursday， 输入星期4。然后就可以有50块钱，然后今天我也领了那个，本来有50个名额，然后现在只剩下49个。大家有机会的话可以输一下，根据那个有任何问题也可以关注这个 The Many 这个知识共享这个抖音的官方账号给他们留言，然后有什么任何问题都可以留言，然后有什么问题都可以问了。那就是先是点开 app 到我的，然后消费金余额，然后口令兑换，然后输入 Thursday， 然后你可以领50块钱。就可以上课的时候直接用掉。Anyways， 谢谢大家。那我们这到今天就先下咯，然后我们再重开一下。谢谢大家 ，Thank you so much。Well, I was trying to save money as well, Catherine. Sorry about that. 有一个地方叫做 redemption code， 就是有一个兑换码，然后你把那个 Thursday 周4输入进去的话，你就可以抢到名额，可以减50块钱了。我看一下，因为我刚刚本来想在这个软件上给你们看的，就是看见那个没有？就是点一下那个 app， 点到我的消费金余额口令兑换里面输入口令那个 Thursday， 输入星期4，然后就可以有50块钱。然后今天我也领了那个，本来有50个名额，然后现在只剩下49个。大家有机会的话可以输一下，根据那个有任何问题也可以关注这个 The Many 这个知识共享这个抖音的官方账号给他们留言。然后有什么任何问题都可以留言，然后有什么问题都可以问了。那就是先是点开 app 到我的，然后消费金余额，然后口令兑换，然后输入 Thursday， 然后你可以领50块钱，就可以上课的时候直接用掉。Anyways， 谢谢大家。那我们这到今天就先下咯，然后我们再重开一下。谢谢大家 ，Thank you so much。